of these girls or whatever. Oh, 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 oh. Would you promise you'll find me? Baby, our love ends never. Maybe I want this forever. Oh, 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 oh. You are the key. Not even oceans keep me from touching you, from touching you. Ooh, my list is endless on what I would do, what I would do. And all of these girls or whatever. Oh, 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 oh. Would you promise you'll find me? Baby, our love ends never. Maybe I want this forever. Oh, 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 oh. You are the key. Not even oceans keep me from touching you, from touching you.
What's up, y'all? I don't even know if I'm live right now. This thing is not acting properly. This looks like... I'm gonna have to start over. It says I'm connected, but like Facebook froze on me in the middle of it. What's up, Banks of the Ohio? What's up, some guy? What's up, Philip? I don't know if I'm live right now. Let's see. Doesn't look like it. I don't think I'm live. I am live, Renzo? I can't see anything! I'll have to trust you guys. The whole screen's frozen. This is the Sakura Wars stream, Rob. This is weird. I don't like not being able to see anything. All I'm seeing is the cover photo. What's up, Lee Hein? What's up, Arlene? As long as y'all can see me, I guess it's okay. Let me try. Let me see what it looks like from another window. Try to load it up real quick. David Morales is the streak breaker. Yeah, alright, looks like Can I just click into this from another window? Does that work? Oh man, alright, I'm gonna close this other window. That works. We just hacked Facebook. What's up, Arlene? What's up, David Morales? What's up, Alex? I'm live. Thank you, Alex. What's up, Caroline? Kevin Tyler Willis, what's up, man? Thank you for letting me know. Thank you, Caroline. Everyone's like, yeah, you're good, Ryan. You're good. It froze up. What's up, Ed? Eddie B. What's up, Jared? Guys, yeah, I hope you get some rest. I hope you feel more well rested. These are my fake glasses. I wear contacts, but I'm wearing glasses because it makes me feel like I'm smarter when I... John says not first. Oh, Caroline's watching in the darkness. I won't take that as a racial remark, Caroline. Because it's not. What's up, Curtis? Man, I got a lot of people here tonight. So, what's up, Mr. Mombe? Darby, how you doing? What's up, Rob? What's up, Jenna? Yeah, the box is appearing, disappearing as the show approaches. Yeah, that's pretty much my life at this point. Boxes and bins. Boxes and bins. I should do a rap. Boxes and bins. Boxes and bins. Nah, I'm not going to do a rap because I'm not a good rapper. Alex is sitting next to David watching the same thing. Weird, but okay. So Gladiators is about a week away. Things are ramping up pretty well for that. But I'm pretty sure most of y'all don't want to talk about Gladiators tonight. Maybe I'll do a second stream. I'll do another stream tomorrow night or something about Gladiators. I'll do like a quick recap on what's going on with Gladiators. So like a full stream tomorrow about it. Walmart rap video coming your way. Yeah. Gladiators is coming up Saturday, May 11th. If you haven't registered yet, you got a few days left. Prices go all the way up on Saturday, and no registration to actually compete on Saturday. Cliffy, I'm on PCP! It's pizza time, boy! Baby boy, you don't even know about this! It's got the deep dish because it's so delish. And I dropped the cheese and the pepperonis and whatever else you wish. We'll be dropping off some arcade cabinets during for Game Gladiators. Pretty much everybody and their sister is bringing some video game or console, which you guys, I can't say thank you enough for all of that. We're going through like DLC checks this week, finalizing the streamers list, getting a bunch of graphics and last minute things together. So please be courteous and grateful to your tournament organizers and volunteers for putting together this event, because this came together super quickly. And I think it'll be the first of a lot of events like this, and not just from GAAM, but also putting a bigger spotlight on the other event organizers in the city that do the same thing, whether it's Broken Alliance or Brian and Brian with Villain 904 and whatever they do next, Tyler and his constant pursuit of Soul Calibur, and how the stage of history is set. Even from way out over in Savannah with oh my god, I've been watching Schitt's Creek lately, so I think everybody's name is David. Sorry, with Scarlett and the UNF Esports Club chipping in and being a huge part of this. There's so many people. Little E League with John, he's like chipping in considerably with like additional PCs and laptops. We can play Apex. Yeah. And then everybody chipping in with trying to help out with Big Brothers Big Sisters. Like there's multiple people trying to contribute food and just to help these kids out, so when they come here they don't have to worry about buying anything. They just can come and play, just have a day full of fun. So thank all you guys for doing that. It has truly been a citywide, actually bigger than that, effort to make this event happen. So I'm so grateful for all of you. Thank you all for your work. Thank you guys for your dedication, for your sacrifice, because I know I am not an easy person to work with. I really appreciate it, so thank you, and I hope everybody else shows you their thanks as well. So yeah, please let people know. Get your tickets. Please get your tickets as soon as possible. It will help us be more organized, plan. Let me get the link for it real quick, and then we can get into that video that everybody has been so compassionate about, which I appreciate. Where are you? Last chance, bit.ly. There we go. Last chance. Last chance to Gladiators tickets. Sorry guys, I should have muted the mic just now. Denny, your middle name is David. That's good to know. What's up, Sean? How you doing? Thank you, Arlene. You've been a constant supporter of this, and I really appreciate that. What's up, Rye? How you doing? Let's see. Judith, how you doing? Thomas, how are y'all? But yeah, let's. I will do another Gladiator stream tomorrow because I want to talk about all the stuff we've got lined up for. Even got additional medallions for. Maybe I'll just wear these. I won't even give them away. I'm the smashing champion. Oh, it has the number on the back. I didn't know that. So you know we've got the sword. Ah, thank you, Rye. Thank you for the stars. I appreciate that. So for Smash, I got some additional medals. And I'm going to keep them all. I'm a Thanos with these. Collect them all. Then I went and got this too, because hey, why not? Maybe I'll do this for Smash. I mean, it's got the Smash logo on it. Maybe I'll do it for something else. I don't know. This is GAAM Gladiators Champion. I've got some additional trophies coming in this week for people playing Mario Kart for the Double Dash thing that, again, somebody contributed. Sheldon, out of nowhere, like, hey, how would you feel about doing a Mario Kart Double Dash thing? I really want to make this happen. I'm like, no, that's awesome. We might possibly let it be a charity tournament. Might just let it be for fun. Either way, you'll be able to play. So that'll be good. Arlene, yes, spectators can buy tickets at the event, but they will be at their most expensive. So at the very least, if you're gonna If you have a friend who wants to go, at the very latest, get them the night before. Don't get them at the event. Save yourself some money. The Jazzy says, "Wish I could go." Next time, then. Next time, Jazzy. Next time. Adam, if you need a place to host future events, my apartment is available. Thank you, Adam. That's extremely kind. Thank you. Thank you, Matt. Love you too. Thank you. David, Jenny and I are excited for Game Gladiator. Seals 2. I'm excited too. I really am. This event has been kind of refreshing for me. It's something different. Something that I've wanted to do for a long time. That we can do it right now, and I feel like it's the right time for the city. So I think it's gonna be, and it's been kind of like a final gathering of all these different people throughout the city combining into one. And I think it'll continue in that fashion. After Gladiators is over, I will continue pledge support to all the other events that have things going on. I will continue to try and unite us as one going forward into this, because I think esports is important. But even more than that, I think it's important that it's us, that it's the gamers, that it's the people, that it's this community that's driving esports forward in this city. If it doesn't go like that, it'll get corporatized, and pretty much all your kids are just going to be playing Fortnite until 4 a.m. in the morning. They're going to be cussing each other out. They're going to get no values, no sense of camaraderie, or they will get some, don't get me wrong. But the further we go down that path, the worse we are, in my opinion. So, oh, what's up, Ann? Yep, that is a lot of boxes. It's a lot. I want more boxes, not. Um, yeah, I could deal with less boxes. The night time is the right time. Right, you're right. I pretty much did move out of space just so I could sit down here. Every time I do a stream, the closer it is to the event, I just move stuff out of here just to make enough space to sit down. All right, Laura, relax, get some rest, get a nap. We'll be back here for you. But no, I'm really excited about Gladiators. I'm really excited about working with all these awesome people. It'll be really good. It'll be fun. It's gonna be a long day, but it's gonna be a fun long day. Alfonso says esports is a good way to go since it's a quickly growing industry. I hope so. You know, there's also the big risk that the esports bubble will pop too. It's such a bubble right now with it growing so quickly that a lot of people are gonna get hurt when the bubble pops. You know, but I'm confident. You know, we've weathered through enough storms. I think we'll be okay going through this one, and yeah, I feel confident. I feel very confident. What's up, Adam? How you doing? I see Adam's here. I see Taya's here. Who else is here? Nick Sirocco's here. What's up, Sherry? How are you? Isaac, how are you doing, buddy? Who else is here? Summer. Oh, Holly's here. Everyone say hi to Holly. Hashtag thank you, Holly. She has to deal with all the boxes that aren't in this room on a daily basis. And she has to put up with me. Which, as you can imagine, is a lot to put up with. Okay. John says, not gonna pop. Already past the bubble. I wish. I literally had a call with somebody the other day that does a lot of esports. And they're talking about how a lot of these kids are asking for these ridiculous salaries right now. And venture capitalists are investing in it like ridiculously. And I'm like, yeah, I remember this when it was real estate. I remember this when it was social media. I remember this when it was Web 2.0. It's the same thing. It'll pop too. It doesn't mean it's not going to continue to grow, but it has to pop and reset. But, all right, let's get into the video that you guys got to see the other day. Maybe I'll stop fucking coughing so I can actually talk about this. So, every now and then on the streams, I've hinted at One says, "Thank you, Holly." Hey, it says, "I know how she." Jared says, "Web 2.0." That's a good joke. Let's see. 5 states with varsity esports already. Take a look at play versus. Exactly. 5 states with varsity esports. Eventually, every state will have it, but that's the bubble. How many esports teams have you seen within different communities? We've got jerseys. We're an esports team. We've got jerseys. We're an esports team. I can invest money into it. I can invest money into it. But how is everybody making money off it? Oh, you have it. It'll get views on YouTube. Don't worry, we'll spend we'll do a multi-million-dollar contract for housing, education, and all this other stuff. Not the bubble will pop on it. So it's not like it's gonna pop tomorrow, but it's still growing. But we can have that debate for another day. That'll be a good conversation. That'll be a great conversation. um, so I've hinted at this before in different videos that there was stuff going on with GAAM that I wanted to talk to you guys. I try to be really transparent with you guys. I want you guys to know. I keep secrets, of course. GAAM is about secrets, and it's about fun, be original, do good. But for the most part, I still try to be transparent with you guys. Brian says colleges offering scholarships for esports as well. Yeah, I mean they do. That doesn't say anything to the scale left or right whether a college offers. It says that it's growing. That's all that says. Colleges have offered scholarships for multiple industries and multiple fields. Those bubbles have popped as well. Again, I'm not saying that esports isn't growing. I think you guys might be misconstruing what I'm saying. Like real estate is still around. The bubble popped on it, and now it's starting to come around again, where the bubble will pop again. We're due for a reset in terms of the economy. That's just the ebb and flow of things. Things spike and valley, pop, reset, whatever. Jared says GAAM is about teasers. Jazzy says secret formula with a little bit of a little bit of oh. So yeah. Last year, before the last GAAM show was even over, and this is the origin. This is the origin of the whole hashtag GAAM is over. A lot of you guys thought it was a joke about Overwatch. It wasn't. It was about this. About we knew from the museum that they were looking to sell the venue, and we were like, "Holy crap, y'all are gonna sell them!" But we were like, "Well, maybe it'll take a long time." And then we were doing the anime thing, and we thought, okay, well, let's pull this in. GAAM is over. We'll do GAAM is tie in with GAAM is over 9,000. And then as that kind of meme kind of grew and transformed, some people from the team wanted to do their own thing with GAAM is Overwatch. And I was like, if you really want to, I was like, but I can't endorse this. I think it's going a little too far. So some people went and did their own thing with GAAM is Overwatch because I want to support creativity. I was like, if you guys are gonna do that on your own, that's fine. I should have said no, but I didn't. Lesson learned on my side. But yeah, the GAAM is over was really, we didn't know what was gonna happen after the last show. We didn't know if the last show was going to be the last show, or at the very least, it was going to be the last show at that venue. You know, that's where the whole GAAM is over thing came from. And then we got some hope because then later on they said, oh, you know what, things didn't pan out the way we wanted to with the sale or trying to push it and blah blah blah. So guys, you're good for a while. So like, sweet, we got our wish. So wish back GAAM. And then it went back again to okay, the venue's up for sale. We've got some offers on it, and by the time the show was about to end, I'm trying to think back, this is a year ago now. That's when we got word that hey, it was getting a lot more serious. They did find somebody to go forward on the deal, and and we pretty much were out of time. This was going to be the last show. Damn. We were like, for those of you that don't know, with the museum, they weren't just the venue where we held GAAM. We obviously we worked with them for years, and we had an agreement with them for a lot of the things that we purchased for GAAM, like the lighting, the audio equipment, even like some of our props and stage stuff. They were allowed to rent that stuff out um, for other events. So like one person got married and actually got like our Bulbasaur thing at their wedding. That's cool, you know. We were like all, and that was part of the exchange between us and the museum to keep things fair and to help keep our prices down. Because renting a venue is expensive as hell. Like I, just for a loft just for the nerd event, it's a couple grand gone just like that. It's just to have the space. That's to set up and break down within the same day for a few hours, and that's on a Sunday, like an off day during off season. Or not during off season, but during an off time. So it's extremely expensive. So the museum also wasn't just our home, wasn't just where we had like our ongoing events. It was also where like we literally had keys and could walk in and out whenever we wanted to. So when we needed to have meetings as a team, and as we ramped up to the event, needed to get together to do crafting and building things and painting and all that stuff. We had a base, a place to do that at. And we could bring in whatever food we want, whatever drinks we wanted. We were just working out of there. And that alone saved us tons of money. To be able to do something like to rent out a space every time you just need to get together and build stuff is, oh my, we'd be bankrupt. GAAM would have ended after year one. So on top of all that, the museum was also our storage facility. After maybe 2 or 3 years after working with them, at first we were storing all the stuff in my garage, in our garage. And eventually we worked it out to where the museum was okay with allowing us to leave our stuff in the museum, in the storage facility area. Which was amazing because we've got a ton of stuff. We built all those sets, giant Pokemon. We had the Final Fantasy stage, the giant Nintendo stage, PlayStation 1. There's a lot of stuff. And sorry. So now that we don't have that, we lost our home base, lost our main venue, and we lost our storage. So that was 3 huge strikes all at once. And I'm sorry. Crap. I think my stream froze up for comments. I don't know. Sorry if I'm not catching the comments, guys. I apologize. So after losing all 3 of those things, we then got hit with, hey, you got to get your stuff out like now. Got maybe a month at best, something like that. And they extended it with us. But at the time, I was like, we got to get the fuck out of here. And like, how do we plan the next show? What's up, Nora? How you doing? How do we plan the next GAAM show without a place to have it at? Without a place just to store stuff in between? Do you guys any idea what we're like? Storage right now for all the stuff that we had at the museum is over $400 a month. That's a lot. I could have another car. I could have 2 or 3 cars, but the way that I like to drive with my cheap ass with that money. That's just the storage. When we're doing meeting up and just like doing the event itself, GAAM show isn't like I always say, GAAM is not a con. And with that being said, setup and breakdown for the GAAM show takes a lot more time than like when we did Love Night. Setup and breakdown happened in about an hour. Setup happened in a few hours. The GAAM show is taken almost anywhere from 3 to 5 days to do setup for it because of all the art stuff involved. So that's that, which means that we have to pay for each one of those days of setup time. Venues aren't going to give you a week to set up. Just not going to happen. Um, yeah, you can imagine the cost if it's, let's say you spend, I don't know, 4 or 5 grand just to rent out the venue. That's not talking about security. That's not talking about insurance. Um, that's nothing extra, no lights, nothing else. Just for the space, you're looking at 4 or 5K. Now imagine paying that for 3 to 5 days before the event happens, then for another day or two after the event's over for cleanup and breakdown. Because every one of those days are days where another event could come in and the venue could be making money. So that alone puts our costs up like this, in addition to storage facility fees now going and needing a home base. There was just a lot that happened at once. And around that time, that's when like the shooting happened as well. So like I wasn't about to put that out. There were bigger things going on than us at the time. I was like, hey, had this horrible incident, the first of its kind, the only one that's ever happened, and let's be selfish and talk about GAAM right now. Like, no, that'd be a dick move. I didn't want to do that. So it just got kind of tabled. And then after that, there was the stuff that was happening with Extra Life had some venue issues. Like, oh, that's more important. We don't need to talk about that. And then just kept on rolling on, rolling on, rolling on. And to be honest, I kept on just thinking, oh, we'll figure out another way. We'll find another business partner or another facility to work with us. And so, as we've been doing all these other events over the past year, there's always been in the background working on the GAAM show. Like, how do we fix this problem? How do we fix these 3 problems? Place to do stuff out of, event itself, storage. 3 expensive problems. Fonzo says, I saw it should last a solid 5 to 9 years. Gaming thing quiet. I'm not saying, again, just so you guys, I'm not saying esports is going away. I think you guys are really misreading that. I'm saying with every industry like that, there's a bubble and the bubble will pop. That's all. I mean, that's not me making a very original or idea exclusive to me. Like that's just how things work. Bitcoin isn't gone with that bubble popped. See, Luke Baylor, how you doing? What's up, Reese? Congratulations on all your successes, man, and your marriage and all that cool stuff. Hope you're doing well, buddy. So that's kind of where GAAM's at now, and to fix it, we've gone over things like how can we fix these problems? Do we increase ticket prices? I don't really like that idea. I like it, GAAM being accessible. I like that people can afford to go to it. We try to start off with the cheapest price and we work our way. Support the people that support us, and then if you wait till the day of, you're screwed. That's how GAAM works. God, John, stop trolling me. And there are other events that are much more expensive. Probably not in the world of like conventions and whatnot, but GAAM is not a con. GAAM show is an art show. It's a charity event. It's a nightlife event. It comes in at a different price point. But I don't want to do that. I don't want to raise prices. Kevin, thank you for supporting and getting your tickets early. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Get a heart. So we're like, well, can we be profitable off of just doing more events? So this year, Jazzy says, how do you still have this cough? I don't get to sleep, Jazzy. I literally, if I'm lucky, once every 2 to 3 weeks, I'll get 6 or 7 hours of sleep. Usually I go to sleep around 3 or 4. I wake up at 8. That's just what it gets worse and worse as it gets closer to the event. So after the event's over, hopefully I'll get better. But Now it's stuck with me. I'm gonna work myself into a grave. Uh, but I love it. I love doing this kind of work, so I can't really complain. That's the other thing. I still have a day job, so there's only so much time I have to give on stuff like this. But so the goal this year was like, okay, I'm gonna go on tour. I'm gonna put on as many events that we can that makes sense, and hopefully that will continue to help fund the other events. Um, this is true, Darby. After the event is over, you start planning another one. Not true, because I already started planning the other one before this one's even over. But at least I just won't have to juggle as much. Yeah, I forgot where I was. Where was I? I don't even know what I was talking about. Yeah, so we did, and plus there were things I wanted to do. So like I wanted to do retro GAAM night, and I think there was already an agreement in place, so we did that. Then we did the nerd market, because that was very important to me, because I wanted to continue the transition of not having vendors at the GAAM show, but I wanted to appreciate and respect and help all the creative people, all the vendors and the entrepreneurs that help us. So that was on my list. I was like, okay, I need to have something to support these people, because they're just as big a part of this as anybody else. So we had the nerd market, and that was a successful event. So check mark. Then we had GAAM Love Night, which that was good. Definitely things I would change about it, but again, successful event. Check mark. um, and now we're at Gladiators, and I'm definitely spending way more than I thought I would on Gladiators. But I think it's for the best for the community and for long term goals. I'm okay with taking the loss on it. But I'm quickly learning that I cannot keep up at this pace. I just can't. Um, on top of that, we have like the meetup events, and whatever random stuff happens, or if people want like a pop up or an appearance or something like that, do those things. Um, I just can't. I can't keep up like this without dying. I won't make it. I thought I could, and I push as hard as I can, but I'm aware that I can only break so many limits before I break myself. So once this year is done, I'll have to slow down, and I'll be happy to pass some of these events along to other people to kind of own in terms of within the GAM team, because there's people who are extremely worthy. They've been putting in their time, and like for example, there's Renzo's been amazing, and he has really stepped up in terms of like a leadership role, and Anne is like helps me with so much work stuff, and again another great thing leader, and I think she'd be great if GAM was to continue like an anime thing. Um, Even like the nerd market, I could see. I haven't talked to them about this, but I could see like Kia and T or someone like that managing the nerd market. I'd still be involved in these things. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not disappearing. But just in terms of, I can't do it all. I just can't. Um, Jared says, "Stop trying to keep up with it all, Ryan." I know, Jared. Ryan says, "Oh no, we are doing an over budget battle royale, not like AEW." Pretty much, pretty much. Thank you for saying the energy, Ed. Arlene, I froze there for a bit. Sorry. Ice Beam wins Marvel, baby. Sheldon, what's up, man? Sheldon's one of the people helping me out. Thank you so much, Sheldon, for making Mario Kart Double Dash happen at Gladiators. But yeah, I think with that, that solves part of the problem. People being able to manage stuff me letting go and delegating, I think, will help alleviate the time problem on my end, the me dying issue. Um, I think that will help considerably, and that'll allow me to focus more so on GAAM show, which that's always been my baby, and that's where it started. That's where I would like to stay focused. I'd like to stay focused on GAAM show and GAAM gladiators, and have other people manage some of the other ones. David, now you can spend actual time at LA Fitness. Oh God, I got my time in. I get my time in every day, no matter what. Still got to get that gym time in. Eric said, "Nothing wrong with passing the torch. Don't die." Thank you, Eric. I appreciate it. Ryan says, "Yeah, delegate to your most trusted people. It will help." Yeah, definitely. I would like to. This year is the year where people delegation's happening, but also training is happening because people need to be trained, and I have to set people up to succeed. If I just drop stuff off, drop a weight on somebody without putting the things in place for them to succeed, then I'm doing a horrible job in terms of passing things along in delegation. Thank you, Nora. Alfonso, the mute between coughs is right on cue. GAAM Fit, yeah, I mean, Kat and Tia have been pretty much managing GAAM Fit, and I would like to do more with GAAM Fit, but I'm like, okay, I got to get these other things taken care of first. But with that going along, if I'm asking other people to do these things, I need to be able to compensate these people. I can't expect people to make the same kind of sacrifices or work like I did without having some kind of vested interest or some kind of financial gain. I know people do it out of the goodness of their hearts, but it's not something I can ask of people. So, I think the direction we're going to be going in is Patreon, and I could really use y'all's help in terms of figuring out what to actually put on a Patreon. I'm open to ideas. Leave them in the comments. We've talked about different tiers, just like for support, like maybe $5 to support and be part of some kind of support wall and get shout outs on the streams, and other content. People have brought up having instant VIP on events if like you're on tier X, or maybe like private video chats with me. Not lewds, nothing like that. Not until I've been to the gym more. Then y'all can get your lewds. Y'all can get the banana stand. But I think Patreon is the way to go. Hopefully, see. If not, we'll find out pretty quickly when nobody signs up for it. Like, great, I've got 0 people on Patreon. Guess we still broke. Guess we still looking to fix these problems. Then I'm thinking we could do other things. Having that kind of support, I could, like someone brought up doing workshops. Like we've had a lot of people in the team that wanted to do different workshops in terms of like teaching about cosplay, photography, art stuff. And the problem's always been, well, getting people to pay for the workshops, and then to pay for the supplies and all that. But it's like, okay, if GAAM was funded in the money, then we could actually foot the bill and pay for workshops. And then we could actually take care of some of the artists like Jen Peak or Clara or Kat or Brittany to actually do these things. And then we could make money too to put aside to pay for storage so we could have a home base to hopefully go towards doing the big show. Just so you guys know, the other events are okay. Like Gladiators is okay because I can't return all these monitors. Nerd Market, that event's fine. Retro Game Night, that's fine. Those events I can set up. We can set up and break down easily. I'm gonna cough again. This GAAM show is what's really in jeopardy. In the long term, I have a plan to get it taken care of for this year. Whatever happens, I'm just gonna have to eat it. I'm completely aware of that. I've come to terms with that. Um, Going back to square one in terms of that. That's just how it's gonna have to be. Ryan says, "Drop all the weight on me. I can take it." That's what she said. Tiffany Reynolds, top tier membership to GAAM events. I'm thinking about it, Tiffany. One of the things that I've talked with people about, and they've given me their feedback and their ideas, is making sure every GAAM event should have VIP. And if that is the case, then I could easily see us putting VIP for top tier memberships in the Patreon. I think that would be doable, and I think that'd be a fair trade, both us and the people supporting us. Support us and get VIP access, perks and benefits. I think that works. I don't have any problem with that. People have talked about doing swag, like prints and shirts and all that kinds of stuff, and I would like to, but to be honest, I'm new at doing this, and I look at it as, well, crap. If someone does a tier where, let's say it's $20 and you get a shirt and some prints, so I'm like, crap. If I'm paying $8 to $10 for the shirt, shipping it, and then X for the prints and all this stuff, at the end of the day, tier membership made us $4. We would have been better off doing the membership with nothing, getting $5. And I'm back to losing time again. Like, time now dedicated to sending out items versus putting effort into making the show better and doing stuff with the community. Like, I would much rather be out there at like a Broken Alliance event and promoting that event and going to something at whatever the hell it is that Cliff does next, and be out with the people and trying to bring people together and build up our community than, like, well, I gotta go to the post office again, guys. I'm gonna have to find a balance. I'm just gonna have to. Let's see. Rob says Ryan Ludes. Yes, they will all, because there's always money in the banana stand. Dominique says, no thanks. You can pay for the membership tier to not get my Ludes, Dominique. That'll be an extra higher tier. Ryan says, all the Ryan Ludes. Darby says, do it. Alfonso says, Ludes always sell. Jared says, the drink and draws were great. I would pay for that again. Thank you, Jared. Darby agrees. Yeah, I think that is a good event. I think that's something that I would put into the tiers and allow people to choose, like, okay, these are the events that GAAM's doing. I know I'm already paying in for this. I know I can just go. Fly's going to be taken care of. I can have a good time. And you can know that you're supporting the team and the people putting it together, which I think is worthwhile. Probably figure out some way to throw in drinks or something. I don't know. Anthony says, is that GAAM carb night that Ryan's still on? We could do something like that. Shit. Maybe top tier. I'll open up to like 15 people. We'll have a private carb night with me. We'll do it at a loft. Who could drink the most carb? And that's how alcohol poisoning happens. What's up, John Gilbert? How you doing up north? It's Tiger. Take it easy, Ryan. Thank you for all your help. Yes, Ryan is correct. You have until Friday to register for GAAM Gladiators. But you should do it tonight. Yeah, so it is about margins, Jared. Alex says, your lips are moving, but all I hear is I need to delegate. Delegate the Patreon. Here's the problem with just blind delegation. I am delegating more. I'm gonna sound like Vince McMahon. Like, I need to know who's going for the brass ring. And I need to, in delegation, again, I need to set people up for success. I can't just point and say, hey, do the nerd market. Good luck. Like, well, do you have Ryan? Do you have the spreadsheets together of like all the contacts for the nerd market? Do you have the contacts from like a venue perspective? Do we have a relationship with these people? What was the pricing like? Okay, who do I go to for the U-Hauls to rent to move stuff in? Where do I got to get stuff from storage? Make sure I have those keys. All right, like I kid you not. Even right now, I have problems of people. I literally got hit up today. It's like, hey, I have a PlayStation for you because I said I'd bring one for Gladiators. When are we meeting up? And I'm like, well, here's the setup times. Yeah, I can't do those. Let's do this other day. I'm like, well, I can't because that's just what the schedule is like. This is what the rest of the team's working on. Okay, well, I don't know. Seriously, bro? That's kind of like how it goes. But I will do a better job at delegating, and I will do a better job of setting you guys up to be successful. Like, delegate things. I'm also listening for who wants it, to be honest. And it's not just who wants it and would succeed with it. Who's earned it too. Some people get corrupt by the power. Some people, as soon as they get the power to tell other people what to do, it goes to their heads, and I don't want to see that happen. So there's a lot of factors involved in that. Jazzy says, delegate me some design work, friend. Maybe, Jazzy, maybe. I'm a Nazi when it comes to design. That one is hard for me to give up. That one is very hard for me to give up. Will says, why the fuck you homeless? We lost GAAM is homeless, Will. We don't have a home base anymore. We don't have a main, or we lost our main venue. I've looked into securing something new, but it's going to cost us a lot more. Renzo says, you guys are talking like I don't tell Ryan to delegate every time I see him. I haven't been saying this for years. I'm working on it. Josh says, Babus New Nazi. I love Babus New. I like using Oswald too. That's a good font and it's free. You also check out Oswald. It's a Google font. It's really good. And Futura, oh my god, my heart sings to Futura. Such a great typeface. Jared says, I think we know that. We're just trying to hammer it in more. I've heard Ryan saying he needs a delegate for some time now. This happened. Renzo's taking care of a bunch of stuff. With Gladiators, there's Bonifant and all of them are kind of doing most of the TO stuff. Yeah, I don't know. I just it does need to happen more. Don't get me wrong. Avenir's pretty good. Avenir's pretty good. Verdana, oh god, John, you're so basic. Need some style. It's some finesse. Verdana's classic. It works. Sometimes you need some magic. If anybody says Comic Sans, I'm just gonna ban you straight up from GAAM. That's it. And now everyone's gonna say Comic Sans. Damn it. Will says, are you looking to expand GAAM? Pensacola would absolutely love that here. I'll help run it. Kevin, have a good one. Thank you for all your support. Garamond's okay. I like Adobe Garamond. I don't know how to pronounce it. I like Adobe Garamond. Garamond more than the original. So that's the other thing, like expansion. So I would love to expand GAAM. Jacksonville always has to be the home base for it. But again, that just takes so much more work to start something up. Like I think it was mentioned in the comments, or like, hey, actually I'll go through some of the comments that you guys left on the video. Oh my god, John, you're fucking done. John's banned. Tigers is comic bands. What's up, John Reeve? How you doing? We look at some of the comments from the other video. I know one thing was brought up. I think Rye brought up, hey, why don't you just get like a cheap venue in Riverside and profit? I know he's saying it half as a joke, half serious. That's not how it works, like at all. Let's pretend that we found like an extremely cheap venue, right? Cheap venue means expensive rehabilitation of the venue. It means a lot of money and a lot of time going into fixing something up. Unless we just have a rundown ass bar or whatever it is. That's the other thing. A few other people hit me up on this, like, yeah, let's just throw more parties, throw more events, and have. It's like, well, I have a problem with people putting out subpar products, and that's what I think would happen to GAAM if just did. Hey, let's do another GAAM. Let's do another GAAM. Let's do another GAAM. There's another GAAM night. We'll have 4 GAAM nights a month, and it's like, yeah, well, then we're spreading ourselves so thin, and we've gotten to this place where we're just turning stuff out that it loses the magic, and it's not GAAM anymore. That solution's out. Plus the time. At that point, you're saying, okay, well, we're doing this every week now. How are we going to find the time to build this greater event? How do we build GAAM Show when we're doing something every week? How do we make something special happen when we're here all the time? Very difficult and expensive. And remember, I still have a day job, and almost everybody else in GAAM has a day job. Renzo has a day job. And then even if we were to get something like in Riverside or wherever, then we're delegated to being, we owned a venue or space. Different licensing happens, different rules, different insurance policies. So like even doing liquor, GAAM ain't doing liquor at that point. We're doing beer and wine. Liquor license is over $250K if we can even purchase it. I don't have that money for one, but you got to win the lottery just to be able to make the purchase. And then I gotta hire staff then just to be able to serve that stuff. And you're looking at me being out like $500,000 to $600,000 that I don't have already. So that's just not an option. Josh says, make a GAAM church and we will pay tithes. That was actually one of the suggestions by the team when we first found out we were being kicked out. We're like, should we just convert it to a church? We could all sign the paperwork and we'll all co-own this building. That's what we wanted to do with the museum. Like, no, that's not happening. Actually, I even pitched to the museum to allow me to convert the museum into an esports arena. I asked them to let me run the museum. I'll book events for it. And I will turn it into an esports arena, put together everything, give them a cut, and we'll make it profitable. But it wasn't something that they were interested in doing, and I respect that. That's okay. So I tried, guys. I really did try. Josh says I'm almost serious. Jared says cult to GAAM. What's up, Erica? Let me read some of the other comments. And if you know anybody that I'm quoting or whatnot, let them know that, tag him, let them know that we're talking about him. Alfonso actually says right now, another way to make money is to sell skills, like have workshops that teaches people in the Jacksonville community. Proceeds go to GAAM. I like that idea too, Alfonso. We mentioned that earlier. It might have been before you got on. In terms of doing that through the Patreon. I think that could be like a membership tier or something like that. I think that way it works is like a bonus as something for people paying into a tier. I'll say from what I've seen anecdotally, I've seen multiple organizations try to fund themselves solely through workshops, and I've seen all those organizations disappear. So I don't think that in itself is a model, but I think that's part of this. Thank you. I do agree with that. Let's see. Alicia Foreman says monthly membership. I'll support. Thank you, Alicia. Alicia actually reached out to me personally to try to fix my AC. And I was like, that video was from 9 months ago, Alicia, but thank you. Thank you so much. See, Dustin Gardenbush, who I love, owner of BGR, says I'm down to help however I and BGR can. And I know you would, buddy. Dustin, I know you got our back. You've always had our back. And I thank you. I thank you, man. By the way, be sure you check out Free Video Game Day. It's the same day as GAAM Gladiators. So if you're not going to Gladiators, go to Video Game Rescue. If you are going to Gladiators, go to Video Game Rescue early as hell in the morning. Get your free stuff. and then buy something and support them. They're a small local business too. They need more than people taking free stuff. You need to put something in for it to keep going. Excuse me. Will says, hey, do you have any of the original GAAM shirts available? The one with the Triforce. I'd love to buy one. Mine got lost. Oh man, that sucks. We don't have any more of the original GAAM shirts. All those were super limited. Once they were gone, they were gone. But that's one of the things that I'm considering for the Patreon, is to possibly, like, depending on the tier, maybe every 2 to 3 months get a free shirt, like a different limited edition shirt. I think something like that would be cool if you guys would be interested in getting limited edition shirts through the Patreon to support GAAM in the community. Give me a thumbs up or say something in the comments to let me know. Tiffany Rocha says, let's all chip in and buy the museum. Make it a GAAM base. I wish, Tiffany. I wish. Alicia says, Forma Heating and Air will be a sponsor. Thank you. Jazzy says, we can rebuild. Better, bigger, stronger, faster. We'll become a force unreckoned. A true culture of extraordinary people. Thank you, Jazzy. That's the kind of attitude that I need, and I'm confident that's the way that will go. Will says, I want one. We'll figure something out, Will. Thank you. We'll figure something out in terms of that. Jared says, as long as it doesn't kill the margins. I agree. I think that's why I would do something. If we were to do something like that, it would be either where the margins are good enough to where it makes sense, or you'd have to be a member for maybe every 2 or 3 months. Then get that part of the reward here. Dan Brown says, P.S. You made some lasting memories. Who does that? Thank you. And the memories has been one of the best parts, to be honest. Like, these memories and moments and these friendships and relationships I've built with all you guys. I never would have had any of this stuff if it wasn't for GAAM. I would have met most of you guys, I should say. And I can't tell you how grateful I am for that. Dominique, could you explain Patreon a little more? Is it a monthly thing or one-time payment? So Dominique, Patreon would be a monthly thing. And you could sign up and you could stop it whenever you want. And we would create multiple tiers. Like, here's the amount per month that would be just to support us, and you would get a shout out and recognition. Here's another tier where you would get access to these, like, maybe special, like, live video chats, maybe discount on merch, blah blah blah. Here's another tier where you get guaranteed and, like, VIP access whenever we have events going on. So if you had, like, a standard ticket to the GAAM show, if you were a member, you would automatically get bumped up to VIP for being a member. And I guess now you guys want a tier where people can have a carve party. Just you, me, and like 9 other people in a hotel room with a bunch of carve, an alpaca, and some Twizzlers. Maybe I should do that. I don't know. Will says, I'll trade you handmade Filipino bolo for it. That's tempting, Will. That's tempting. Let's see. Jared says, I do a Patreon for a musician where it's $1 per song he puts out. Yeah, something like, I think stuff like that, I think could work for us. We create a lot of content. We put together a lot of events, a lot of meetups and stuff like that. So I definitely think there's value. And I don't want to forget the do good part of it. So we were debating trying to put some type of, maybe every 2 to 3 months, some type of big volunteer effort where we all get together, support a cause. I don't know. That's something different. I gotta figure that out and talk about it differently. Erica, there would definitely be Axe body spray. That goes without saying. Aw, Dominique. That's great. Like, don't get me wrong, he's trash. I can't even say it. So I like giving him a hard time, but no, Shaggy's awesome. I'm glad you guys are so happy. That's awesome. Thank you. Those are the memories and the moments that I love hearing about. Like seeing Thomas and Judith. I met Thomas and Judith through, like, Thomas proposing to her at GAAM. And I was like, oh my god, who are these people? This is awesome. And, like, they're some of my closest and most trusted people in my life right now. I know anytime Thomas or Judith say they're going to come through, they're going to come through. Patreon access for camera 2? Oh, God. That's a maybe. Maybe I'll do... We debated Patreon, depending on the tier, giving out prizes, being able to come on GAAM Live and be a guest, stuff like that. Will, thank you so much, man. I will give Pensacola a thought, and great to see you. I'll talk to you soon, and hopefully we can get you a Zelda shirt. Let's read some of the other comments. I guess I should go to the top. Dan said, what a great space to have had for so long. Oh, Ryan, it is an honor to know someone as resilient as you and others. 8/26/2018 was just a few days before your video diary. Even if you knew about the property selling, the shock of what happened days before can add to the pressure to move. You have a strong support system, both close and arm's length. Reaching out to the community, albeit a little later than sooner, is a step forward. For me, I try to look at life's challenges in two ways. One as a blessing, and the other is a temporary situation that can get better. Thank you, Jan. Wonderful words. Thank you for being so supportive and putting things in perspective, and for saying such kind things. But what happened definitely put a much bigger pressure on me, and a lot of people. But I'm the same as you. I look at this as a blessing and a chance to do something even greater than before. I haven't played Sekiro yet. Is it hype? Let me know. Alfonso, The Simpsons still staying on the air still blows my mind. Oh, that's funny. Erica says, I'm just glad you're finally sharing part of your stress. You have nothing short of the most supportive fans here. Oh, thank you, Erica. I know some people have had their opinions about events and how shit is, but most with the intention of feedback for improvement. Very true. We're all here to help and buy that bill. I mean to help you. Thank you, Erica. Yeah, I wouldn't have done this before. Because, one, I'm horrible at letting go of things. I'm a glutton for punishment. I don't feel comfortable putting pressure and weight on other people. I'd rather just eat it and carry rather than to ask somebody else to make a sacrifice. But I'm coming to realize just how selfish that is. Because this means this isn't just mine anymore. This means something to a lot of other people. And I've got to open up to that. Put my pride aside and help. So I need to recognize, work on that. That this is part of that process. So hopefully we'll have a Patreon up. Really, any input you guys have, whether you post in the comments here in the GAAM fam group or you message the page, please do. I'd like to get this up and running within the next week or two. Cause yeah, GAAM needs space. GAAM just flat out needs space. That's what GAAM is about now. GAAM used to be about games, art, music. Now GAAM is about space. That's what GAAM is. GAAM show is now space GAAM. That's what's happening. It's all about storage space, rental space, all that fun stuff. Arlene says, I am down to help with whatever you need. Like the Avengers say, whatever it takes. Just know that we're here for you and this is a strong community and will build you back stronger than ever. GAAM members assemble. It means a lot that you were able to share this video to all of us. Just know that no matter what, your fans here will support you no matter what. Thank you, Arlene. That means a lot. Let's see. Ed says Space Force. Yes, we'll get Donald Trump involved. Jared says Space Team confirmed. Oh yeah, done. Confirmed. John says, don't forget to call me tomorrow. I will not forget. I will not forget. Kind of in regards to John, because there have been people who've hit me up about, hey, I've got space for you to do your show or event, and most of the time it doesn't work out that way. Just because the GAAM show just so you guys know, I think the museum was over 25,000 square feet. You guys know it was already packed. So yeah, we're very limited in places we could find that are affordable that'll work with us. There was one space that was awesome that had enough space, no air conditioning, no internet. That's a nah, dog. That's a big old nah, dog. The Morocco Shrine Center doesn't have the soul. I'm picky about that stuff. If I really had to, I'd use the Morocco Shrine Center. But one, I heard it was more expensive, and two, I don't think it works for the soul of GAAM and for the kind of experience you guys expect out. Like even with all the work we'd put into redecorating and changing things, the level that I'm at right now, I don't feel like I could accomplish the goal that needs to be accomplished at the Morocco Shrine. I don't feel like me or the rest of the team is experienced enough or has the resources to make that event hype as fuck. That's what it needs to be. Erica says, I know what you mean, and it's hard to not want to take it all into your own hands. But as I'm told at work, I need to learn to delegate and understand not only my burden to make sure the store runs. That's so true. But associates, or in your case, what volunteers are for. They're there for you to rely on for help. They're volunteering to help this group stay alive. So true, Erica. You're right. Right, Erica. Thank you. Will, have you checked Cork? I have checked Cork. Cork can't handle the number of people, to be honest. I used to go to Cork for the poster shows with AIGA. And those were like around... That was back when like maybe 200 people were showing up for the poster show. And GAAM, the last GAAM show was over 1,000. So yeah, we can't fit in the Cork. Fortunately, I love the space. I would love to do like a gallery or something there at Cork, maybe for some of the offshoot GAAM project. But for the main show, it's just not practical. Jared says, agree with that. Shrine just feels blah. Erica says, dude, went to Morocco Shrine for the first time and I did not care for the space at all. Maybe it's the setup, but it was very weird to me. It's a very old space. And it could be transformed. Don't get me wrong. You could do something awesome at Morocco Shrine. I'm just not there. I'm not good enough to pull that off. And it would be too expensive because I'm not good enough. To compensate for my lack of skill, I would have to buy more stuff. Because I could see Morocco Shrine working. I would need a lot of drapes, humongous drapes, tons of uplighting, definitely stuff to hang from the ceilings, like giant, I would say, kind of like we see like, I don't know, humongous conventions or like an anime place. It's what are those called? It's just giant banners. Lots of projection screens. Do like some projection mapping on the walls. Just yeah, that alone. I'm like racking up in my head. I'm like, okay, I've just set the budget at around $40,000 just to make this event look the way it should. Alfonso says I gotta add that book in my book. Yeah, please add it away, Alfonso. Add it away. Summer says, I'm sad to hear that GAAM lost its home base, but I'm confident we will be able to overcome this. I'll do whatever I can to support. Thank you, Summer. Summer is one of the people that's actually a part of the GAAM Gladiators volunteer team, and I'm so grateful for that, Summer. Thank you. Will says, what about some place outdoors with tents, of course. So that's actually, so here's the story for you guys. At we almost had an outdoor GAAM block party at one point. And just to get the generator for one vicinity would have cost us around 15 grand. Tents would be additional, and we would need massive, extremely strong tents, fully walled, because God forbid if we do an outdoor event and it rains and then equipment's damaged, then we're out on all of that. Then you need, depending on where we have it, there's additional costs. Like let's say we had it in downtown Jax. Remember One Spark when it was hype? Uh, we would burn through money on police support and getting roads blocked off. We did out in the middle of the woods someplace. Again, the costs then come back up about more electricity, getting internet. Um, yeah, we've tried. I've looked into. I sincerely, because I think that'd be dope. I would like to one day, if I had things my way and we had the money and the funding for it, I would love to turn GAAM show into GAAM festival. Uh, I think that would be awesome. It would still be able to stay focused on the artwork. We can make it so hype. Make it a 2 or 3 day thing. But yeah, I don't have the money for it. It just ain't doable. But maybe with Patreon we can make it happen. Erica says Leslie may cry. She would get heat stroke. Erica said, I think it was just a bad setup where the meet and greets were in such close proximity as the vendors and the stairs were weird level. Yeah, the leveling's weird, and so things with Morocco can be fixed from planning and taking another look at behavior psychology and flow, like crowd flow. A lot of times, because of like how the Morocco is broken up. For example, at Collective Con, you could walk through the artist area, but as soon as you get to the main part of the artist area, there are signs and whatnot to direct you to where the panels and the other stuff is. So at that point, once you get in there, you're kind of instantly being funneled out and looking past the artists. So you need other stuff there you need other engagement points in the artist area to make people stop, pause there, circulate them around, and to also differentiate. Are you here for artists? Then you should stay. This is what you need to do. Are you here to get to a panel? Okay, now you should go forward and do this other thing. But all that takes planning. It takes planning. It takes time. It takes people. It takes money. And it's great when you have a venue that kind of flows a little bit easier. We knew the museum super well by now, so we knew how to control flow pretty well in there. But yeah, I could see Morocco Shrine being fixed. It's just still I feel like it's outside of my skill set for a GAAM show. For a GAAM show. Jared says One Spark downtown did burn through money. Yeah, it burned through money like crazy. And so we don't have it anymore. Hell yeah, Will just got a top fan badge. Everybody say props to Will. Congrats to Will. He just got a top fan badge. What's up, Francis? How you doing? Erica says, or they can just freaking have Artist Alley open to the public for any con and have them open and available an hour earlier and later than vendors, but that's my opinion. Yeah, that's so if conventions just had the Artist Alley open to the public, then it makes it really difficult for, because that's part of the reason. I'm not gonna be flat out with you. This is one of the reasons why I personally don't want to make GAAM Con. The artists are one of the things that help sell tickets for the event, and I wish they were seen as a higher priority because they do make up a considerable portion of the event. So once you say, well, the artist portion is free, that's a lot of people who aren't going to pay for tickets anymore. I would love to see the artists. I think it being open earlier, an hour earlier, I think that's a great idea. I think that works. I also think you should have the artists up front. Like artists should be one of the first things you walk through, because let's face it, when it's a convention scenario, people are walking through to get to, at least in Jacksonville, they're typically walking through to get to whatever voice actor or celebrity. So make them walk through the artists to get to that. You know what? I would even split the celebrities up. Don't have them all in one area. Make it so you go to celebrities in one area, and then you get more celebrities in another area, and you have to circulate through all the artists, through all the vendors. But that's just me too, Erica. We just talk and talk. Alfonso, maybe you need more sponsors. More sponsors would be great. It's just working with sponsors is difficult. and then it ties us down. Like there's a lot of things you guys like about GAAM. You like that we can talk about whatever it is that we want. That we can just do the shit that we want to do. The more sponsors you have on board, the more you get your hands tied. We've been fortunate where most of the sponsors we've worked with so far haven't been like that. And that's because the ones that are, we've cut them or we don't work with them. The other thing is time. It takes there's sponsors for gladiators that have said yes that still haven't sent money and the event's in a week. So I'm like, yeah, it would have been nice to have an additional, I don't know, $2,000 to $3,000 so I could buy some additional cabinets for this event or buy more prizes or get more monitors, but I don't have it. So when do I get paid again for my day job? Well, I guess that check's going to that. So that's what I agree with you. There needs to be more sponsors, and I'll work on that as well. But I think getting support from the people and letting the people be my boss, letting the people be my sponsors, is a better decision in the long run. I hope it is. Dominique says, "Hey." Erica says, "That's what I liked about EXPCon back when artists were spread through the hallway. People had to look." No, it's true. And that's one of the reasons why GAAM pulled back on vendors, and it's not why we pulled back on artists. GAAM just doesn't have artists because I want to make sure that the artists are seen as artists and put up on a higher platform and respected in a different fashion. It's an art show. Having them sell things at a table that diminish the value of their work isn't part of what GAAM show's about. But you take it to the nerd market where the focus is on the artists. I'm more than okay with that. And I think I really wish, and I think there's other conventions that are local that do have a bigger artist focus. I've heard good things about how EXPCon used to be. I wasn't a big fan of how it was last year and the year before, to be quite honest. But I still went. I still go support. I've heard good things about AmeliaCon. I haven't been to it, but I've heard good things about it, and I've seen a lot of focus on local creators, which I think is. Darby says, you got the dungeons back. I mean, the dungeon has your back on sponsorships. It's not a sex thing. Darby's Dungeon. That'll be top tier. I'll take my lose at Darby's Dungeon. Or kill two birds with one stone. Read some of the other comments. Eric Slater, he was here earlier. I don't know if you're still in the chat, Eric. I think you left. Just hang in there, man. We're here for you. You create an amazing community. Something far more important than a building. Thank you, Eric. Jolie, oh my God, Jolie. I've known Jolie since we used to do SingStar GAAM Sing Nights over at Dive Bar. Because whatever you need, Ryan, there are so many people who want to help you. Thank you, Jolie. Thank you so much. Jared, it's sad when bad things happen to great people, but I believe the game will grow stronger through this. Now it's time to show our true strength. We're here for you, Ryan. Thank you, Jared. This isn't even my final form! Getting low. But yeah, let me know what other ideas you guys have, what kind of perks you would like to see on Patreon, and the biggest thing you guys can do right now is just to keep sharing and spreading the word, letting people know what we're doing. I'm going to continue. I took a lot of videos back then. I don't know what it was. For me, it was almost like cathartic. To kind of. Usually, this is kind of my therapy, getting to talk to y'all on this, where I get to just say whatever I want, and I get to hang out with people, get to vibe off you guys. But when this happened, I didn't have that release. I'm going through puberty. I didn't have that release. So I just tried to capture my thoughts when I could. And I was like, oh yeah, I'll publish this tomorrow. I'll release this tomorrow. I'll do the day after tomorrow. I just never did. But I felt like it was important to capture it, and again, like I said, it was my release. So I think I'll just continue to release the videos. I don't know how many. Maybe there's like 30 or 40 of them. I don't know. A lot of them is me looking more beat up than now, or driving cars or whatnot. I got one there. Oh man, tell her I said happy birthday, Dominique. What's up, Marsha? How you doing? Alfonso, that's what she said. There was a video the other day. I shared it with Francis of after the last show when it was raining outside. We had to get the kegs back to Aardwolf. Me and Francis loading up the back of this pickup truck, flipping on the back steps of the museum. I shared it with him. He's like, "Are you gonna share this, everybody?" Too? I was like, "I don't know. I might. We'll see." My bad. Marsha is not here. Please do not look for her. She does not Twitch under Mommy Gamers or Xbox Chick or some other tag or handle. Whoops. I missed a call earlier today. My bad, Mark. I'll answer that later. But yeah, that's where we're at. Thank you guys for listening so much for so long. If you guys have any suggestions, let me know. And just so y'all know, Gladiators is happening, and GAAM show is still going to happen this year. So you don't have to worry about that. It will happen. Money has been put aside for it. It's going to be expensive as fuck, but it's going to happen. But for it to keep happening, if you want GAAM to be able to keep doing events, keep doing like the meetup stuff, keep doing stuff with different charities and organizations, yeah, we're gonna need help. I'm gonna need help. I need to delegate. I need to be able to pay people. We need resources and we need time. Otherwise, I will die because I can't keep up at this. Can't keep up at this rate. Darby says, "All the love, my dude." Thank you, Darby. Let me know when Darby's dungeon opens. We'll do a big grand opening party / soiree. GAAM in the dungeon. That's what we used to call the downstairs part of the museum. Look, there's Brittany, who we talked about earlier. If you donate to the Patreon, we will actually be able to pay Brittany for doing a drink and draw. I haven't talked to you about this yet, Brittany, but that's kind of like the goal. If we get this Patreon rolling, some of the monthly events we do, I'd like to be able to, instead of you guys trying to figure out how do we get people to pay to do a drink and draw, how do we get them to pay for a cosplay workshop, how do we get them to pay for this other kind of class or scenario, I'd rather just say, GAAM will pay these people to do this thing. It will come from the money that we've been getting from Patreon. That's the hope. We'll see. Erica says, "Damn straight. You got us and we got you." That's Erica. You my dog. That's why you're getting that Talon toy. Brittany says, "I'm already dead." Erica says, "I'm a broke ass bitch, but hey, I got you." Joke's on you. I've been dead. That's funny. Alfonso says, "It only makes sense you support the business that creates your products." Francis says, "Are we paywalling GAAM lewds?" Yes, I will be doing GAAM lewds, and people will have to pay to not get them. That's how that paywall is going to work. Brittany, are we paying people? I would like to. That's the plan. If we're planning on doing this Patreon, I even talked to the team about it. Not all the team. I talked to some of the team about it. And depending on the tiers, I'd like one tier to go towards having GAAM workshops. Being a supporter of that tier would give you access to the workshop, and then we could actually pay people to run the workshop. I think that makes sense to me. So we shall see, though. We'll see. I'd like to get this up in maybe 2 weeks. Have a page up with all the perks and everything else. We'll see. Look at this. I'm already planning on how to spend money that's coming in. God. Oh, I'm so horrible with stuff like this. Let's see here. About it. Time is it? 10 o'clock? How much work can I get done tonight? I gotta finish some overlays. I gotta go talk to the GAAM Photo Squad because I forgot we had a call today. My bad. What else? What else has got to get done for Gladiators? I think I actually need to order some more monitors. Let's do a GAAM Gladiator stream tomorrow. And I'll talk about nothing but Gladiators because there's a lot of questions on that. We got some more pot bonuses. Right now we're making a giant box for all the swords. Brittany, I might need your help with that because I think it's going to need painting when it's done. I was thinking about doing like that foam, like expanding foam to make the box look into like a giant rock or something. I don't know. Brittany likes the idea of paying people. What else is going on? Gotta order more helmets. Need to order helmets for the TOs. Gotta get all those in here. What else? I think we've got the games. Renzo's taking care of the DLC stuff. What else we gotta do for Gladiators? I should probably order some more columns. We need more Roman columns for the Colosseum. For the GAAM Colosseum. Anytime you ever hear somebody talk about the Schultz Center, we're referring to it as the GAAM Coliseum now. Somebody else, I'm not going to name names, I think saw that we were doing the event there. And then completely scheduled their gaming event to also be at the same spot. I was like, seriously guys, come on. That's some shady shit. Your own stuff. Oh my god, Brittany has not stopped liking this video for like the past 5 minutes. It's been a waterfall of likes and loves. Thank you, Brittany. Freaking awesome. But yeah, let's go ahead and end it there. Please remember to comment later on what your ideas are for Patreon. Oh wait, I missed a bunch of comments. Crap. Let's see. Jacob says, I know I keep asking, but we can't see what our upcoming matches are. Do you know how many teams are registered for Overwatch 3v3? Jacob, I do not know how many teams are registered for Overwatch 3v3. Upcoming matches. Let me see. That's something for. I can ask the T. Let me ask the TOs about that tonight. Let's go. Smash that. Smash. Checking Gladiators right now. Let's go to. Looking at Overwatch. Jacob, you know you can go to smash.gg/GAAM and just go to attendees and filter Overwatch. And it'll tell you everybody who's signed up. Right now there's 14 attendees for Overwatch. Which that doesn't make sense mathematically. But there's 14 people signed up for it right now. I think the TOs are gonna do seating and all that stuff like the night before when there's like cutoff. But I'll ask tonight about it, see if I can get you an answer. What's up, Adrian? How you doing? Francis says, holding the community hostage with your lewds is probably the best idea you've ever had. Yep. No one wants to see this. No one wants to see this. Erica says, does paying people require a whole other pain in the neck with the whole IRS tax shit though? Yup. Sure does, Erica. I can't wait. I can't wait. There you go. John's already hit it. He just threw out the link for you, Jacob, for the attendees. Erica says, ensuring that they're either working as independents or employed under GAAM. Yeah, it would be, they wouldn't be employed under GAAM. I'd probably just do it as like, I can't remember if it's a W-9 or 1099 where it's independent contractors. Or I might be able to just bill it out as an expense. I think I gotta ask my tax guy. See like how much, at what point does it cross over? Let's see. Alfonso says it would be great to have a workshop for people interested in learning business, or let people volunteer so they can get the experience. Yeah, we were talking about doing some volunteer stuff. Like I would love for us to do something with Habijacks and have us involved in helping to actually build homes. That the food bank I think is also another great cause. Gives us all a little bit of appreciation for just how many people don't even have food to eat. So I'd like to organize some of those, and yeah, some of the other workshops. I know like Clara does a lot of stuff with like small businesses. I'd be more than open to talking about social media. I used to do talks and conferences on social media and on design. Don't mind doing that stuff, and it'll allow me to go back and kind of teach again a little bit, which would be great. Yeah, thank you, Alfonso. Erica's just that damn soul edge. I know I want that sword so bad, and I fixed the eye on it. It is back to being attached. Alright. Rob, let's catch you later, buddy. Thank you. What's up, Joy? How are you? Brittany says that would work and be easy. We'll run for a GAAM legacy. GAAM will never die or fail. As long as I'm part of GAAM, it will always fail. John says, click on teams to show the team for Overwatch and Apex in the leader. Oh man, look at that. I'd share my screen right now, but I'm afraid that other conversations would pop up because everyone keeps messaging me. Yeah, follow John's directions, Jacob. That sounds like it would work. Oh, there it is. There's a teams tab at the top. Ooh. This can't be right. There's 11 teams for Overwatch? Holy crap. That doesn't seem right. But I'll go with it. Uh, Darby says I can answer that for you. Oh yeah, that's right. Darby knows all about that stuff. And you won't get charged by the hour. That sounds wrong. It's not a sex thing. Alfonso, I would do Habijacks just to learn some skilled labor. I don't. So with Habijacks, I don't think they teach you the skilled labor. Usually they ask you for people who can do the tasks. So like I've had to do Habijacks, and we pulled up a yard and laid down sod and grass for like a whole front yard. Some people have done painting. I'm not sure if they do like they teach you. I can ask though. Let's see. Yeah, I'm asking the same question as Jacob. It says 11 teams of 14 people. Oh, we're showing Overwatch and Apex. Okay, I get you. That makes more sense. Okay. Gotcha. So I can see the Overwatch teams and I can see the Apex teams on this list. There's two teams that are incomplete for Overwatch. One of them I know will be completed, and the other one is for Apex. So one incomplete team for Overwatch, one incomplete for Apex. Alfonso, I bought my tickets but don't know how to get them. Let me see, Alfonso, if I can actually check for your. Actually, do me a favor, Alfonso. Message the page later. I'll check it tomorrow. And message me with your email address. And I'll check smash.gg/GAAM tomorrow and see what your. Actually, I'll do it now. Whatever. Let's do it live. Let's see what I'm gonna mess up now. We go to gladiators, setting, Andy. Look for Alfonso. Everybody, you're helping us do tech support. We're all gonna help find Alfonso's ticket. See, a bunch of anonymous people registered. Who just registered and didn't pay? What the crabapple? Alright. Alfonso. Okay, I see you here, Alfonso. Registered for Soul Calibur. You're verified. And patient 0. I don't see an email address on here. Yeah. Email, message the page. We'll figure it out, Alfonso. I mean, I see you on here, right? Worst case scenario, just show up and say, I have a ticket. Should have got a confirmation emailed to you as soon as you got it. But message the page, send me your email address, and we'll figure it out. You're good, Alfonso. No biggie. We got you. We got you. One thing I would like to express, actually, yeah, I'll do a Gladiators stream tomorrow, where I shame all of you into showering, wearing deodorant, smelling fresh, being prepared to do battle, to get food from the food truck. So we have 2 food trucks. Delish Kebabs will be there the whole event, and Joystick will be there for lunch. Might get a second one for the evening, might not, just depends. Don't want to overbook on food trucks. Remember, this is probably the first dry GAAM event ever. So I will not be serving any alcohol. But there will be 240 free cans of Monster, 240 free bottles of water. I'll probably throw in some additional free water and Monster myself. Erica's right. Battle your BO before people. Yes, please do that. What's up, Miyagi Hudson? How are you? I've seen you in forever. Yeah, this should be hype. So, please, if you know someone who's gonna compete, hasn't registered yet, make them register. That'll help the TOs organize things, get it going. What's with the long face, Darby? What's that about? Alfonso, my God, no burritos. No burritos in this kind of event. Y'all are gonna be sticking around for hours. I don't want y'all farting up the place. Megan's sleepy. I'll see you Saturday too. Thank you for helping, Megan. Will says that's why they make flasks. No comment. Security will be at GAAM Gladiators, checking for weapons, checking bags, checking for security, and things of that nature. That is all that they have been instructed to check on. I have not told them to check on anything other than weapons and things to keep you guys safe. I'll let you read that as you want. Go in my eye. I don't know what that was. But alright. I'm gonna get out of here. Do another stream tomorrow. Thank you guys again for listening. I hope this Patreon thing works and that GAAM continue to move on. Thank you for all the support over the years. This will be a greater chapter, I'm confident about. I'm very confident this will be for the best. We'll continue to move forward and continue to do good. Continue to grow this community and hopefully make the world a little bit better than, leave the place better than how we found it. Guido Burrito is a good food truck, Alfonso. You right. You ain't lying on that. Maybe I'll hit them up. They are good. Alright, be original. Do good. And I'll smash with you guys tomorrow for those of you who want to come back for Gladiator Talk. See ya.